is up, everybody? Welcome back to Prodigal Goat Gaming.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Today, we rebuild the new look Wizards featuring Trae Young and Anthony Davis.
Two.
Rejected by Anthony Davis.
We are already simming through our first season, hopefully gonna get that first or second pick in the 2026 draft.
You can do it!
Let's get into it by extending some contracts. This team now features Anthony Davis, Trae Young, Czar, and Keyshawn George as our starting five, along with Trey Johnson. And this team has a lot of young upside, but can we make it even better and hopefully get their first finals win next season? This team is going to look really good, but will we need to get rid of an injury-prone Anthony Davis, of a ball hog in Trae Young? Let's see. Stick around to find out, and while you're at it, hit that like and hit that subscribe button. We're hoping that we can get the first pick in the 2026 draft.
Well, duh.
Maybe draft a Cameron Boozer, maybe draft a AJ DeBansta, or maybe draft a Darren Peterson. Let's make sure no one important is retiring. They are not. And let's get to the draft lottery. This is big. We need that first pick. Okay, right now, we're at number 2. Will we jump to first? We stick number 2. I'm fine with that. We could use a good guard play potentially to develop next to Trae Johnson if we decide to get rid of Trae Young, or if we decide to get rid of Anthony Davis. Cam Boozer might not be bad either. So let's get to it. Number 1, Darren Peterson is gonna go. That means that we can choose AJ DeBansta, Cameron Boozer, Mikhail Brown. Caleb Wilson is projected to be good. Out of North Carolina, Tom Chambers. AJ, however, has a ceiling of Julius Erving. Cam Boozer, I think this is more of a better play. He has no significant weaknesses, while AJ has kind of slow to grasp new offenses. So we're going to be picking up, and Cameron Boozer's a little bit younger, we're going to be picking up Cam Boozer.
Direction and magnitude. Oh, yeah.
Let's see what they say about that. Great. We're happy with that pickup. Do we have another pick? I definitely didn't check. Yeah, the 42nd pick, 41st, we don't care about. Cam Bruiser being a 79 overall. Keaton Wagler jumps up to 3rd, while AJ drops to 4th. We really could have traded for that trade and gotten 2 young guys who could have been nice pieces for us. Let's see how this kind of shakes up here. We got to sign him first. And yeah, we're gonna have a young team, and it looks like Trae Young is leaving. Not good. We could use some. Oh, never mind. He's sticking with us. He's on his last year with us, however. Where are we gonna put Cam Boozer here? Do we keep him at the power forward spot, have him coming off the bench for your boy Anthony Davis? Do we put him at the center spot? Right now, we're just going to look and see if we can make some moves to get a good center. We definitely don't want Justin Champagnie. So we're going to put him at the small forward. He's going to be a little bit higher overall. We can get rid of him along with somebody like D'Lo here, who also might be a little bit higher as a small forward. I know sometimes these... Yeah, no, we're fine. So Justin and D'Lo are gonna go. And besides that, we'll throw in Hardy as well. See if we can up that trade a little bit. We could pick up a Kyle Flapowski. A 27 first round pick from the Sacramento Kings is very good, and that's what I'm looking at right now. We could use a backup center, but we could always pick him up in the free agency. So we're gonna pick up this first round pick.
Yeah, boy.
And we're gonna get Malik Monk to come off the bench at. No, okay, Trae Young is leaving, so we're gonna need to shoot him an offer. He's got no offers right now, so he's basically gonna have to take ours. And then we're gonna need a center. 82 overall, Yusuf Nurkic, DeAndre Ayton, Mitchell Robinson. Is there anybody a little bit younger that might vibe with this team? Day'Ron Sharp. Yusuf Nurkic, we'll shoot you an offer. You're only $4 million. That's a bit of a bargain. We'll put you on a 2-year, which means we can give you a little bit less. Just have as much wiggle room as possible for the years to come. And it looks like Trae Young and Yusuf Nurkic are going to both come back. Besides that, we don't really need anybody else. We're happy to take our guys and move on. Yusuf Nurkic is going to come off the bench for your boy Alexander Czar, who's going to look pretty good, especially after this player progression. Okay, Anthony Davis drops. Alex Czar goes up. Trey Johnson goes up. Keyshawn George goes up. All guys doing great things. We're going to have Malik Monk can kind of stay where he is. We don't really need any bench players. I mean, that's a contract I would love to get rid of. But for now, we can just let it ride for sure. And now we can throw out some offers. Let's see. We can't trade Nurkic. Let's just see what the market is for Anthony Davis.
2.
Rejected by Anthony Davis.
Because we do have Cameron Boozer, who's going to become an all-star for us if we want to play the long game. And then we can give up a couple of these younger guys. Evan Mobley to start at the power forward spot, along with Max Strus as contract. John Morant. Jalen Johnson. I don't know why the Atlanta Hawks would do this. I don't want to give up that first-round pick. Jalen Johnson is supposed to be a very good star. Keontae George, along with Jaren Jackson Jr., Domantas Sabonis. So this is a very good market. However, I think we go Evan Mobley here just because some of these trades are a little hyper unrealistic. There's no way the Spurs are willing to give up De'Aaron Fox and Carter Bryant for some of these guys. Keontae George isn't going to leave. LaMelo Ball, I could see them giving us a Joel Embiid kind of deal here, but I'm going to take the slightly unrealistic but still makes a little bit of sense with Evan Mobley and Max Strus. They
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
get to dump that contract. And so, yeah, we get Evan Mobley as a defensive star who's going to be very good at our power forward spot, especially surrounded by these offensive talents in Trae Young, Trae Johnson, and then Keyshawn as an all-around guy. I'm not a big Cooley guy. He's 22 years old. He looks nice, but is he really going to be that good developing? As I've seen it, no, not really. He's not. I like, obviously, everyone else right now. Let's just auto-generate the rookies. The 2027 draft class isn't that good, so it doesn't matter anyways. The best guy being Tyron Stokes at the small forward position. We're gonna go to this December 20th. That should be when we're able to trade some people around, and we're already winning against some good teams. No CPU trade offers, no thank you. Beating teams like the Suns, the Lakers, And then we're on a little bit of a losing stretch. Um, we probably have some injuries. We can go ahead and turn those off. Yeah, Trae Young's already out. Um, let's go ahead and turn those off. Which it would make sense to have Anthony Davis if we turn injuries off, but because we traded him away, I'm allowing it. Because he's really the only injury prone one, and apparently Trae Young. However, he hasn't been that injury prone, and he usually plays. So we can get rid of Nurkic, and probably this contract of Malik Monk, which he might be better at the small forward spot temporarily. Yes, he is. And hopefully we can find a good young backup center. Or maybe a young guard. However, I don't want to give up that 27 first round pick. Jarrett Allen to come off the bench at center is pretty crazy. Considering we're only giving up a second round pick. Nick Claxton at 27. Malik Thomas, a 20-year-old pick number 23. We don't really want that. Fred Van Vliet, Nikola Nas is too old, 31. Jarrett Allen, I mean, makes the most sense here. Not that this is the best trade, but we're getting high value. We are, I mean, it's two older guys for a position of need in a backup center, and that's going to give us a crazy good center rotation.
Nice.
And this looks nice. Trae Young, Trey Johnson, Keontae George, Evan Mobley, Alexar, and Jarrett Allen, Carrington, Boozer, Whitmore, they're all coming off the bench here, and we still have Max Strus for some reason. Let's get rid of him. Could we find maybe a higher upside rookie? Cam Whitmore, you've averaged 7 a game on 40% shooting. He's having a good year. Carrington's having a good year. Cooley's having a good year as well. Um, I don't want Max Strus though. Will Riley has good upside. He might be worth more in the future. Watkins is a little old, and we can't get rid of him for now. Trae Young is shooting 53% from the floor. He's played all season. That's insane. I think that's the best three-point shooting I may have ever seen in this game. But we are halfway through the season, so I'm sure that will drop off as we go along. Is there a higher upside rookie at small forward we could get? Yaquez, an 82 overall. I'm not giving up my my first round pick. Max Christie at 23 years of age. Nick Claston, Malik Thomas, Zubox. They love to give me some centers. Jacoby Walter could be a decent pickup and put him at the small forward. Cam Whitmore is 6'6", Jacoby Walter 6'4", so the height there might not match up. There's kind of the young rookie I was looking for a little earlier, but of course we did not get that. We'll throw out Will Riley. I know he has a bit of a high upside as well, but we could pick up a Nikhil Alexander Walker and flip him in the future. Could be a decent pickup. Kyle Flapowski. And then just some of these guys are just not gonna make the cut. I wish we had a little bit more options. Just Max Strus and the 28 first round pick, lottery protected. I'm willing to give up. The Utah Jazz 27 first round pick. I don't know what they're ranked in the conference, but we drop a ton of cap room there, and we're giving up a lottery protected pick. Danny Wolf at the power forward position could eventually come off the bench. Swap Best with Thunder, top 3 protected Wizards pick. That could be good. That Clippers pick. However, would I rather get somebody like Nikhil, who's going to be better at the small forward position? He's 6'5". He's averaging good numbers this season. Max Strus hasn't really done anything for us. Or should I just pick up an unprotected? We pick up John looking like an accountant over here. Herb Jones, Chris Karis Levert. None of those trades are going to work out. Jakob Pertl, Dorian Finney-Smith. However, I think this pick is going to be high value, and
Yeah, right.
I would like to have that. So that's what we're going to do. The 27 first round pick. Scouting. Let's go to the draft board. Demetrius Amata. I don't even know. Could be a good center along Cameron Boozer. Floor awareness. We don't know his ceiling quite yet. James Worthy, Darius Cassell, All-Star sooner rather than later. Dexter Outlaw, 6'8" power forward with a 6'9" wingspan. Good three-point shooting. I don't really love that defense there. Ellis at the point guard spots. Does he have Tony Parker, next big superstar? So there's some good guys in this draft for sure. However, Demetrius is projected to go 1 all across the board, and we could use a nice centerpiece. Good post defense, great rebounding, great athleticism. Really good. That might be the pickup if we can get the first round pick. Um, Mock drafts. Demetrius is supposed to go first. So we're looking at having the 4th pick right now with Ellis. But I think let's go close to the jet. Let's get close to the trade deadline and see what happens as far as that. Let's see how we do. After the trade. There we go. It did look like that the Thunder had a top pick. So if we have 2 really good picks, and we're dropping slot positions after the trades that we made, the moves, conference ranked 8th right now. This isn't good because we don't want to be stuck in the middle. Okay, 5th, we can make a playoff run, especially in the East. Very little competition there.
Éxito.
Obviously, right?
Silly me.
As you guys know, Trae Young is averaging 22 a game on 41% from the three-point line and 50%. Shooting, Evan Mobley's having a decent year, 13.6 rebounds. Alex Czar shooting pretty well as well. Trey Johnson has 48% from the three-point line, absolutely popping off. I'm glad we have that piece. Keyshawn. Is Keyshawn's upside, like, if we could get, like, a Conca in here for Keyshawn, would that be worth it? Finding somebody like that would be awesome. We'll add in Alex Caruso for contract. Peyton Pritch, Kristaps Porzingis. No. We're looking for somebody a bit younger to come in at the small forward spot. Let's see what the Wizards. I'm sorry, not the Wizards. The Hornets would be offering for Conca. Nothing. Okay. The Hornets not giving him up. Ace Bailey, maybe? No. We do have some top picks as leverage, but do we really want to give those up is the question. So we are going to pick up somebody young in this draft, somebody halfway decent. But if we want to win now, is Keyshawn George a sacrifice I'm willing to make? I don't think so. Will Riley, Alex Caruso, could y'all get me someone decent as a young guy? No. I'm adding in Alex Caruso for contract. Highland is 26. Not necessarily what I'm looking for. Mitchell Robinson, Obi Toppin. I'm not giving up that pick. Let's check out our scouting, see what we're looking at. Okay, so second pick right now. Second pick. looking at picking up another power forward. Do we just go ahead and pre-fire and go ahead and sell Evan Mobley?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I know he's young, but he's on a $50 million contract. Let's see what people are offering for Trae Young. The Sixers with their first round pick, James Harden, who just got traded to the Cavs, Jalen Johnson, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's a bit more of a realistic trade than what we had earlier. OG, MPJ, Cameron Johnson, Pascal Siakam at the power forward spot, Trey Murph, De'Aaron Fox with the 29 first round pick, straight up. I kind of like that. Trey's a little bit of a ball hog. I mean, I don't mind, I guess, giving that up. We'll throw in Will Riley just to see if the trades are a little bit better. Joel Embiid, Josh Giddey, James Harden, Darius Garland, Jalen Johnson, Bam Adebayo, Domantas Sabonis. Same kind of trades here. I don't want to give up that first round pick. Could be pretty high value for us. De'Aaron Fox, and we wouldn't have to give up that pick. Scoot Henderson, young, potential upside. He's scoring 20 a game on 32% shooting. Steph Curry.
Hey, bro. What? Oh my God!
And the 29 first round pick, the Bucks swap with Celtics. That's a great pick, and we would be picking up a 38-year-old Steph, the Chef Curry, just to see if we could win now. However, I don't think that's going to be the case. Do we go ahead and just sell Trae Young? That way we can sell the season, potentially get a higher pick. Let's do it. It makes sense. It makes sense. We get a bit more of a rim runner and surrounding by a lot of shooting and a lot of defense, which is perfect considering that Scoot isn't the best defensive player. But I don't think he's necessarily bad either. Yeah, with a B perimeter defense is pretty solid. So yeah, this is looking like a squad for sure. I like that trade a lot. Jeremy Grant. We just want to keep you at the power forward so you don't get minutes, buddy. We're probably not going to do too good of things this season. We did have the 6th spot, but I think by trading Trae Young, we kind of probably gave that up. Which is fine. Hopefully we can find a really solid pick in this upcoming draft. Maybe getting that center. Maybe grabbing that all-star point guard. So a lot of these guys we're also going to have to re-sign this offseason. We can't really make any changes right now. So right now, we don't want to get a play-in spot because that could ruin our chances. Let's see what we're looking at right now as far as mock drafts. We dropped to 4th. Dang. Ellis McCarthy again. And we would have the 11th pick as well. However, 4th is a good spot to be. We can always jump. Let's just go ahead and go to the draft lottery at this point. Like, who cares about the rest of the season? We're in the 10th spot, which is slightly out of the play-in picture. Vicky, MVP, Rookie Year, Darren Peterson, Khalil Ware, 6th Man of the Year. Vicky gets Defensive Player, and, of course, we won't win anything. We probably won't have any All-Stars. Didn't even need to check. We're out of the play-in, right? Yes. No, we're not. We're still in it. Dang it.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
And we move on by beating the Raptors. Okay, and then we're eliminated in the play-in. So hopefully one of our picks will jump. And it looks like it's going to be the Timberwolves versus the Pistons, and the Timberwolves finally pull out a finals win. LeBron James is going to come back. Kevin Durant ain't leaving that soon. Jimmy Butler ain't leaving that soon. Yeah, some of these guys are not leaving. Do we want to make any moves? Evan Mobley, let's see how you're doing this season. Maybe. 13 a game with 6 rebounds, not too hot. Alex Zar with 11 a game, 6 rebounds, almost 2 blocks. Scoot Henderson doing pretty good things, 20 points a game. We really surrounded him with a lot of shooting and defense, which is what I like. Would Trae Young have been better? Maybe. Jarrett Allen is going to get moved on for hopefully a little bit of a younger player, especially if we get that first pick. Let's see it. Alright, we're looking at the second awesome via the Sacramento Kings and the 9th via the Clippers. And our pick should be somewhere as well. We stick to the second. Alright, we stick second. And we have the 9th as well. Along with Wizards. Where are we at? Not another one? Nope, not another one. Let's go ahead on to the draft. Number 1, Demetrius Amanantidis, whatever. However the heck you pronounce that. And it would be a mistake not to take my guy, Dexter. So that's what we're going to
Nice.
pick up. And the 9th pick, I think we're going to trade away. A good small forward. I mean, the 9th pick is just going to be trade value for us. Miles Turner, DeAndre Ayton, Cam Thomas, Norman Powell, pick swap. Let's pair in Evan Mobley, who hasn't been doing too great for us. Jalen Johnson and Dyson Daniels. I think it would be a mistake not to take that at this point. For what we're giving up. So we're going to take that and bring him in. I'm very happy with that. And my guy's a 77-0 overall, picking pop 4. We really could have traded him too, but we'll keep him for now. And hopefully that got rid of some contracts there. Let's just go and see if our guys are in here. No. Nah. Nope. Nope. Seems like we bring everybody back. We bring everybody back. We have a really good starting shooting guard lineup right here between these two. Wait, Scoot. Is Scoot not here? Oh, that's who we're going to need to pick back up. Where's Scoot Henderson? 84 overall. 32 mil will bring you back. Bye. Cooley needs to come back. B-Pods, Trae Jones. None of those are our guys. Those are 2 guys we definitely want back on the team. And it looks like we re-sign them. And now we have a lot of shooting guard minutes. So Trae Young has been great for us. We don't want to give him up. He's shooting at 47%. Cooley, been a little bit less needed. Dyson Daniels, I think, though, ultimately will be the guy to go. Hopefully everybody progresses. Yes, Dyson Daniels goes up 3. He's going to be a high-value trade asset when we get the chance. Yes, so this team is stacked. Backup center, potentially. Cam Bruiser already up to an 86 overall. And coming off the bench doesn't really make a ton of sense. So do we get rid of Jalen Johnson, or do we switch positions around? I think it's switch positions around. Jalen will go up 1. Cam would go up 1. I think Jalen makes a little bit more sense because Cam Bruiser's a little bit taller. That's going to give us a really big lineup. And then Keyshawn to come off the bench makes a lot more sense. And then contract extensions wise, Keyshawn on a $26 million deal is a lot of money. Jarrett Allen is getting traded anyways.
Drewski! Crackhead, get him out of here.
And we'll throw Jeremy Grant in there with him. And I don't know if that's going to be enough, however, to get who we would want to get. Joel Embiid has dropped off to an 82 overall. Domantas Sabonis, Wendell Carter, Aaron Gordon. So not a whole ton of offers there. If we re-sign him, go ahead and re-sign. And get Alex Caruso on the minimum. Get Jeremy Grant on the minimum. Get Carrington, that's fine, a $14 million deal. Jarrett's, yeah. We'll give him an extension, and maybe that'll make him a little bit of a higher trade asset for us. With the small forward minutes we have now, Cam Whitmore isn't really going to be all that. I'd much rather have a younger center come off the bench. Maybe. Not eligible. Alright, let's just go ahead and get on down here. If you haven't already, hit that like and hit the subscribe button. Auto-generate the rookies. This should be our last year, potentially. We better win a finals this year. If not, we might go one more. Right now, it's not looking like we can get a young center. We could pick up an Austin Reeves. He's only 82 overall. That's an injustice for sure to Austin Reeves. Jaden Quaintance. Whoa. And for Alex Caruso, yeah, I'd do that. JQ, defensive player. Drew Holiday, though, to pick up the contract. We could re-sign him to a minimum, though. And potentially flip him. Let's do that. That probably didn't seem very smart, but he's going to be a nice centerpiece for us. A lot of small forward and shooting guard minutes right now. Backup power forward, I think, is probably the need. To split minutes with Cam. January 23rd is when we can get rid of a couple of our guys. And Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels is either going to be really good for us. I'm just super nervous about doing that, however. Because he is such a big piece. Alright, I need to stay afloat until we can make trades.
Please, B, I need this. My mom is kind of homeless.
We got a lot of shooting guard minutes right now, I know. And our rotation's gonna look buns. Can we pick up some wins? Let's not stick 13th spot, please. Let's not stick 13th spot. Oh, we can't. I don't know if we can recover from a 13th spot. Oh, my. Okay. So, apparently this team isn't necessarily clicking. Okay, yeah, Dyson Daniels drops. So, that's not necessarily great for his trade value, but it's gonna have to be okay. He jumped 4 and he dropped 4. Our young rookie Dexter Outlaw, Darius Cassell at the small forward position, along with Joel Azar Thompson at 24 years of age to come in at what do we really need? All right, we got our solid starting lineup. I really like them. I like the defense besides Trae and Scoot. So our front court defense could use a little work. Dyson Daniels would have helped with that, which is funny. Keyshawn is a good bench small forward. We've got the pieces. It's bench power forward, really. AD back. Bam. Jalen Suggs. Peyton Watson, 25 years of age. And Jamal Murray, package deal. Little crazy if they're willing to give that to me. Jalen Duren, though, has a lot of upside. Jalen Williams. I'm not getting up Jaden Quaintance. I can't do that. Dexter Outlaw has more potential, though. I mean, do we get the same kind of trade? Jalen Duren. Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to do that. Jalen Duren, really good starting center, probably over Czar. I don't know how good Czar is. Oh, yeah. Dyson Daniels is an 88 overall. This is tough, but I think we do it.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
That gives us a really good center lineup. Really good center lineup. Yeah. And then a bench power forward is really all we need now. Hugo has potential. Jovic. We're not looking for anybody crazy. Kamara, though. Kamara could be a nice piece. I hate that we're picking up Alex Caruso again, though. Yeah, Kamara for defense. That's where we're gonna go. And yeah, that's gonna be a really good rotation. I feel like our bench is really tough. Is it gonna work out? It seems good on paper. Is it gonna work out in real life? Let's see. Let's go on down here right before the trade deadline. Okay, so we immediately pick up a win against the Pacers. We lose to the Hawks, which is interesting, considering we made the trade with them for Evan Mobley, and the 9th pick might come back and bite us in the butt. However, we're finally moving up in conference rank. Now the team's looking solid. This is exactly what I wanted. I thought this would work out really well after the trades that we just made. Maybe we adjust system proficiency a little bit. Scoot, shooting almost 40% this year. He finally figured it out. 6 assists, 20 points. Trae with 17, shooting 41%. Not as good as last year, but we'll take it. Jalen Johnson really has stepped up that much in this new role. He's making 13 a game. However, I think defensively is where he's performing for sure. Cameron Boozer, 43% with 20 points a game and 5 rebounds, already 87 overall. Alex Czar, 35% shooting from 3-point line with 11 points, almost 2 rebounds. I'm sorry, not 2 rebounds, 2 blocks, 6 rebounds. Dalen Duren coming off the bench is actually getting more points than Czar, more rebounds. However, defensively, Czar's got the upper hand. Keyshawn, is he really doing that much, honestly? Like, the stats, he doesn't seem that good. Like, if I could find somebody better off the bench, like, would I take it? Probably. I really like Kamara coming off the bench for defense. Yeah. Getting nearly a steal coming off the bench is nice. Yeah, so yeah, this works really well. This team works out really well. I think Keyshawn, though, is a piece that we can kind of get rid of, and we don't need Cam. Oh, we have Jakob Pertl, too. We have a lot of pieces on this team, for sure, that are not getting minutes. Jalen Tyson, 3.5 star, 25 years old. Jeremy Sohan. Luther Coleman. No. It's not gonna be it. It's not gonna be it. Keyshawn's an 86. Like, that's good. Yeah, we're just gonna keep this team for now, and if we need to make adjustments, we can. Okay, we are getting some solid wins. Can we beat the Spurs? No. Alright, so some of these Western Conference teams, a little scary. Now we're starting to take losses. We win against the OKC Thunder, though. What is going on with this team? We're very hit or miss right now. Well, I guess we can't extend anybody. Okay, we're holding strong on that 6th spot, I guess. I was saying the 4th spot, and then we immediately drop as soon as I said that. We're beating all the Eastern Conference teams for the most part. Yeah, here we go. We're starting to make a little bit of a comeback towards the end of the season. Victor Wembanyama, MVP, Rookie of the Year, goes to Demetrius, whatever. AJ, 6th Man of the Year on the Jazz. Nice. Cam Boozer gets most improved, though. Luka Don, clutch. And the Spurs have really had a good season. Who are they led by? Did they make any trades with? They pick up MPJ. Dylan Harper's now a 91. Yeah, this team's pretty stacked. With De'Aaron Fox coming off the bench, along with Devin Vassell. They pick up Isaiah Joe, Quintus. Yeah, it's their time. It's their time. But I think it's our time, too.
How? How? I don't know.
Scoot Henderson doing good things this season. Cooley is starting at shooting guard over Trae. Even though Trae's doing pretty good this season offensively, I think it does make sense to have some defense next to Scoot at the shooting guard spot. Jalen Duren has stepped up in the starting spot. Yeah, I mean, on this team looks so good. So good. How did we not wreck everyone in season? Alright, we take first game, we take second game, we take third game, and we're gonna 4-0 sweep the Orlando Magic in the first round of the playoffs. Now we move on to the Miami Heat, and they're the 8th seed. I shouldn't see any issues here either. Ooh, 2-1. Trouble in paradise. They come back 2-2. Everybody's on fire, though. Everyone's cooking. 3-3. They push it to game 7. We cannot lose right here. Not even make it to the conference finals would be super disappointing into the season. We do. We move past game 7. And we're now up against the Toronto Raptors. We take a 2-0 lead. This team is really solid. We're looking really good. However, they come back in 2-2. This is looking similar to last round against the Miami Heat. 3-2. Not good. We need to push it to game 7 here. We do get eliminated by a Raptors team led by Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes. Kind of the same team. Colin Murray steps up, though, to the center spot. Grady Dick progresses. Jacoby, looking good. Cam Spencer, they pick him up probably in the free agency. So, yeah, but it is the Spurs' time. I knew it was coming. The Spurs, we got time. All right, draft lottery. What are our picks looking like? We have a lot of center minutes. Oh my goodness. This team is stacked, though. This team is stacked. I don't think we're going to have a high pick for the first time in forever. No, we don't even, we're not even in the lottery.
What?
We're not even in the lottery. We don't even need to go to the main draft. Let's go ahead and skip on to the team player options. Cameron Boozer and Trae Johnson. We want both of them back. Are we moved? Cam Boozer. Okay, he accepted. Alright. There are a lot of young guys in this free agency. Alright, we need Czar back. He does have an offer from the Celtics for... We can't sign him. Man, we do have Jalen Duren, though, who is really good. However, I think he would have made a jump this year. No, we can't sign him back either. Oh boy, this is rough. We need them to accept. Yes, okay, Keyshawn comes back. That's important. Alexar comes back as well. Alright, great. A ton of guys go up. Scoot Henderson jumps. Cameron Boozer, looking like an all-star, comes up. A+ 3-point, A+ perimeter D. That's huge. Trey Johnson goes up as well. This team is stacked. Do we need to make a move? That's the question. Do we even need to? I like who we have. I like the squad. Like, this team is insane. And then Cooley jumps to an 88. Our perimeter defender next to Scoot, Trae Young. I mean, Harrington coming off the bench. Maybe we find a young... See, like, Keyshawn's upside hasn't been that good. And we have Outlaw now. Instead of Kamara. Jakob Pertl. Simon Wagner. That must have been who we picked up. Alex Caruso. On a $22 million contract. Oof. We need to go down here to January 13th, I think was the date. Anyways, we gotta be smacking everybody. There's no way. This team is just crazy. Like, what is with the unprovoked... Balanced system. Our starters look good. Cooley is starting. What's the issue here? Man, I just don't know. Do we need a superstar? I feel like these guys are superstars now, though, at this point. Like, Cam might make his first All-Star appearance. Trae Young might make an All-Star appearance. Jalen Johnson might make an All-Star appearance. Cooley, do we find somebody to replace him? I mean, he's progressed to an 88. I mean, get rid of Kamara just because it makes more sense. With Outlaw really stepping into that spot. Sometimes you gotta take risks. And that's what we're gonna be doing. Is taking a risk. Azar Thompson. Okay. We could put him at shooting guard. Josh Giddey. Tyler Hero. Peyton Watson. Jarris Walker. Trey Murph. Trae Young. Azar Thompson. Again. It's not necessarily the all-stars that I was looking for. Some young guys, but not the all-stars that I was looking for. No one really wants Cooley, and his perimeter defense makes sense next to Scoot Henderson. Like, that's good defensive stats. What about this team is not clicking? Is your boy Jalen just not the play? That could be it. You know, Jalen, we can bring in Azar Thompson for defense. And we get a nice piece in Ryan Rollins. Ron Holland is 23. OG. We don't need another young rookie guy. Jeremiah Fears, that would be a nice piece. However, that's not who we're looking for. Maybe we need to get rid of... I don't know. We'll just go to the January 23rd. And just try it. You would think this team looks great on paper. I genuinely don't understand what's wrong. We should be first in the East at the very least. Like, this team is solid enough to be first in the East or second or third in the top 5. Okay. We move up to 4th. Maybe we go through a little of adversity. We pick it back up. The team chemistry is working out a little bit better. We trade some bench pieces around. Get younger, better players for those positions. I mean, Keyshawn, he's having a good year. He's shooting great from the floor. Carrington has not been shooting well. Let's get rid of him. Kamara and Carrington, both 82, 83 overalls. Josh Giddey at 26 years of age. Taylor Ewing, a 20-year-old, would be another young rookie we don't need. Keaton Wagler was the number 3 pick in 2026. He jumped, I remember that. He's scoring 20 a game this season on 42% shooting. Carrington, defensively, though, might look great. No. Yeah, he's not where it's at. Jaden McDaniels instead of Keyshawn could work. Ooh, Michael Brown. Oh man, that would be a piece. That would be a piece. And we go back to the trade we had earlier. Could we get kind of that same trade except don't include B-Pods? Jaden McDaniels, Jaden Ivey. That's the 2. I don't want B-Pods. I do want Brown. I don't want B-Pods. Man, I don't want B-Pods. I don't even want them. I just want MBJ. That's all I really want in this scenario. Baron J and Jane McDaniels, like that's... Oh man. This is tough, because I don't want B-Pods in this trade. Could we negotiate it out of them, maybe? Okay, for 29 first round pick. I can do this. We can pull in Uzelis, who's a 6'8". Could be a nice piece. Michael Brown will fill in for that backup point guard. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big upgrade. That's a big upgrade. It's a lot of contracts, but it's our last year. That's a big upgrade. Maybe we pick up a young backup power forward, the last move we make. Oh, now they want to offer Khan. It's too late. It's too late. I don't got room for Khan. I don't got room for him. Walker Kessler. Jarris. Bring in Jarris. I don't want to injure Nimhard. Zion. I don't want him. Colin Murray Boyles, though, to come off the bench. Grady Dick probably wouldn't be getting any minutes. Could make sense. Donovan Clingan, though. 7-2. That's a nice piece. That's who we're gonna do.
Yeah, boy.
And now we have 3 centers, so we're gonna put Czar at the backup power forward. Yeah, this team is crazy. This team is insane. I don't know how we wouldn't win the finals. Like, I genuinely don't know. I mean, Victor Wembanyama might pose a problem, but with our center rotation of Donovan Clingan and Jalen Duren, you'd think he'd be able to. We would dominate the paint as soon as he's out of the game. And just absolutely wreck teams. Like, we shouldn't be losing to an Eastern Conference Raptors team. Like, sure, Colin Murray Boyles, like, well, we just picked him up. Like, who's gonna stop us in the playoffs now? Who's gonna stop us? I mean, I'm sure some teams have made some moves. I mean, the Magic. What's going on? How do we lose to the Magic? We're beating all these Western Conference teams, and then the East all of a sudden picks it up. The Spurs. All right, that's a big game. That was a big game. That was a good win. We need to beat the Hawks. Dang, we can't beat them twice in a row. Second. All right, second in the conference. I'm interested to see who's first. Darren Peterson gets his first MVP on his second year. Jerome Armstrong gets Rookie of the Year. AJ, dang, the Jazz are probably decent now. Wemby gets Defensive Player second year in a row. Yeah, man, we haven't won an Executive of the Year. Oh, I meant to check the All Stars. Oh well, it's okay.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
I don't got time for all that anyways. I've been keeping y'all long enough. Alright, second in the conference, the Bulls are first. Okay, they've got MVP Darren Peterson, Josh Giddey, Benedict Mathern. Yeah, so basically just Darren Peterson's carrying them to victory with 30 points a game and 41 from 3. Jeez. The Pacers, Tyrese is back, and nobody really else. Like, this is cracked. Scoot Henderson, Trae Young, Jalen Johnson, Cam Boozer, Jalen Duren, Cooley, Czar, Donovan Clingan, Buzelis, and Michael Brown Jr. coming off the bench. Like, how did we lose the first game? Like, Halliburton is not that good. Halliburton's good, but he's not better than this insane, like, this is like all-star starters. This is like all-time Wizards in a package. And shit, like, we push it to games, they push it to game 7. How is that possible? Okay, 4-0 this Raptors team. It's revenge time. No two. Oh my god. This is the most frustrating video I've ever had. As far as, like, I've built this insane squad. And these teams keep pushing it to game 7. Like, I 4-0'd multiple teams with the Mavericks right after they traded Luka Doncic. Like, how do I not go 4-0 with this Wizards team? Like, the defense is insane, the offense is cracked. What wouldn't work here? On paper, it looks amazing.
I'm an idiot. You're an idiot.
Anyways, that was a little bit frustrating. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed